exactly. So back to the examples, the testimonial, that's a great one. This next one, which is what she was asking about, is our still testimonial. It kind of got cut off there a little bit, but we call it our People of KE. Same, essentially the same exact questions we were asking in testimonial, just in a written format. We try to get them to send us like a little bit nicer picture, so it's not them in gym, but just like real life, so people see our clients as just real everyday people, right? These live on our website. You can go to our website and click on People of KE, and there's probably 30 of them on there. And along the lines of what he was saying with the website, our website is specifically designed to sell. Our website is not designed for our clients to come in and schedule their sessions. When we made that switch, a lot of our clients got mad and were like, why can't I go on there and schedule my sessions? I had to explain and be like, this is for new clients, this is for leads, this is strictly to sell. This website is not to operate our scheduling system or anything like that. So if you go to our website, it's very content driven, it's very sign up driven, it's very sales and marketing driven. But these live on our website. These are the recipe posts, super easy ingredients. And then at the bottom, it's hard to see here, but it says, are you ready to make a transformation? Click here to meet with one of our coaches and see what Cutting Edge is all about. So all of these blog posts have a call to action at the bottom. It's not in your face like I'm trying to sell you. It's just like, hey, by the way, if you like that, you're struggling, click here, meet with one of our coaches. Like very laid back, very nonchalant. And then they click on this button and it takes them to a woo-foo form to get their information, and then we reach out to them from there. But I'm a big believer that pretty much most of your posts need to have some type of call to action, because if they're reading it and they're liking it, you need them to have the opportunity to sign up, right? The next thing, which we already talked about a little bit, is having some type of lead magnet. So this is just a little snippet from our website. You can see right here, it just says this is our top 5 fitness myths. Click here to download it. Again, this is more to get somebody's email to nurture them through the process. All they would do is click there, they get the PDF of our nutrition myths ebook, and then from there they get input. It automatically inputs them into Constant Contact, and they go through the email marketing campaign from there. We also like people to join our Facebook closed group, which we'll go over later. So we have it here where people can just click and automatically join our closed Facebook group as well, and we'll go over what that means and what that group is in a sec. So the next thing is where's all this coming to play? So I have all these different ads. How do I get them out to people? Well, unfortunately, the way Facebook is now is you definitely have to pay to play. You have to boost every post. You have to have a pretty good daily budget on all these type of ads. So the way that we boost ours, it's pretty straightforward. All of ours is just a 10-mile radius around our gym. So what all we're trying to do is just build a fence, a 10-mile fence around our gym, and just constantly hammer people with all of our content, because they might see a post one day, not ready to buy. They might see that same post 3 months later, and they just went through a divorce, or they're getting ready for their high school reunion, whatever, and now they're finally ready to buy. But they've been seeing our stuff over and over and over for 3 months. So when they're finally in that mindset ready to buy, they're going to come to us because they see us as the expert. They've been seeing our stuff. So you might not get a direct sale from one post that you do, but that same person might come back 3 months later when they're ready to buy. So we boost everything within a 10-mile radius of our gym. And we try to build that fence around our gym. And for most of our content posts, what we do is just $10 a day for 7 days. So we spend about $70 on each of our posts. But back to what Christoph said, you have to figure out what is the what's your lead acquisition, what's the lifetime value of your client, all that kind of stuff. $70 seems like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, that's pretty low investment for the return on investment I'm going to get if these people come in and sign up, obviously. So we spend about $70 on each one of those posts, run them for about $10 a day, 7 days, and again, we're trying to market it around that fence of the gym. We'll usually run, obviously, male testimonials to just males on Facebook, female testimonials to just females, so we do it by gender a little bit as well. So what does it take to run one of these social media campaigns? In my opinion, it takes about 20 hours a week to be able to really generate the leads that you want to generate and be able to run the marketing program that you want to run. Now, for most of you guys, you're like, shit, well, I'm already training like 40 hours a week. How the hell do I do 20 hours a week of social media? I'll be working like 90 hours a week. Well, again, in my opinion, it's pays itself in spades to be able to invest in a team. You have to have a team to be able to do this stuff for you. So for myself, our gym's about 4,000 square feet. I only have 3 other employees, but I spread everything out among them to where I delegate everything, and we're able to do it with just 4 of us, or 5 of us, excuse me. But in my opinion, you need to have somebody that's working 20 hours a week on the social media stuff. It might be somebody that does 20 hours a week of that, 20 hours a week of training, or 20 hours a week of that, 20 hours of some of your operations stuff, your consults, whatever it is. But what we found, in order to generate these 30 leads that you need to generate a month, you do have to devote about 20 hours a week to this plan. So And then we go to budget. Everybody's different, and Christoph can touch on this more as well. But for what we've found, in order to generate the leads that we need to generate, we need to spend about $3,000 a month on Facebook, which seems like a crazy amount. And a lot of you guys are like, how the hell do you spend $3,000 a month on that? But we're trying to generate, $50, $60, $70, $80,000 a month in revenue. $3,000 in the grand scheme of things on Facebook isn't very much. And so the other thing goes back to his point on what's your return on investment, what's your cost per lead, and what's your lifetime cost of these clients. Most of the lifetime cost of our client is going to be about $6,000. Our memberships for the year is probably going to be about $3,000, $3,500 they're going to spend. We usually get them for at least 2 years. That's $6,000. So if I'm spending $3,000 a month and I get one sign up out of it, my ROI is actually pretty good. I'm fine. I'm at least breaking even. We're trying to get like 8 to 12 signups a month. So 3,000 seems like a lot, but if the lifetime value that I'm making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 off these signups, it's worth it. And that was the hardest thing for me, marketing-wise, to wrap my mind around, is being able to spend that much money on marketing. But if you want to survive, if you want to generate the leads, and if you want your business to grow, sometimes you have to sacrifice and be willing to put that money and put that budget into the marketing to spend money to make money, essentially. So the next thing we'll go over is just the call to action. Everybody does these differently. Facebook has lead forms that you can do through your ads that people can give you their information. We use Wufoo a lot to give you their information, but you need to be able to capture these people's information somehow. If it's just an email, you can at least put them into your nurturing campaign or email them about your trial. Hopefully you get their cell phone number too, so you can call them, follow up with them. We do a lot of texting now, actually. So like he was talking about, most people, if they're lucky, their email open rate's 20%. Text open rates are usually like 80 to 90%. So we have a lot of clients where we're getting their information, their phone number, and we're actually texting them. Again, like a nurturing campaign or different offers, call to action, stuff like that. So Wufoo's how we get most of the information. You can use Facebook lead ads, however you want to do it, but you need to be able to capture their information, obviously. And the other thing is Stripe. We use Stripe a lot because I want people, some of the impulsive buyers, if they really like what they're seeing online, I want them to be able to purchase my trial. I don't necessarily want them to be able to purchase a regular membership because I want to see if they fit what we're doing, which our trial process is about. But if they want to purchase a trial online, why not? I mean, you wake up in the morning and you have 3 trial sales just from ads, and it's great. So I believe in the ability of people to be able to buy your trial online, and so that's where Stripe comes in. So essentially, they'd fill out the Wufoo form, get to the bottom of it, click submit. It would take them to a checkout point, at which point they could then buy your trial. Some of them don't. They don't have to, but at least they have the option if they're ready to buy. Then it saves you a step of having to sell them on the trial. So.
How did you guys decide on the structure of your trial? Maybe just talk them through that.
Yeah, we're going to go over the trial in a sec. But yeah, actually, we'll just save that in a sec because we're going to go over that in a minute. So the first step, which we spend a lot of time on, is the lead acquisition, because I believe that's the most important thing. I believe every business owner, every trainer, golf guy, medical guy, whatever it is, the first thing and most powerful thing you should and can learn is the marketing aspect of things, because you have to be able to drive in new leads on a daily, monthly basis, right? The next step in the process of those 5 steps we talked about is the sales process. So for us, our goal is to get all of our clients on a 12-month membership. I realize that's not doable for some people. Sometimes in medical, sometimes in massage, that might not be doable. For gyms, it's very doable. So 95% of our members right now are on a 12-month agreement. The reason for that is we have to be able to take control of our receivable base. We have to be able to project out in the future, see what our income's going to be. And if we have people on 12-month contracts, especially if I go to sell the business down the road, I can show them, hey, this is how much money I have in receivable contracts for X amount of time. And I do believe, even if it's a gym, even if you're not going to sell it, you need to operate the gym like you're going to sell it at some point and reverse engineer that process. So before we open